Welcome. In this video, I'll be doing a solo playthrough of the DC deck building game Rebirth, published by Cryptozoic Entertainment. Got everything set up. I'll be playing as Superman. Special powers once during each of your turns, +1 power for each villain in your space. And the Flash will be my ally. He will not have a deck, or his special effects will not come into play. Our goal for the game is to defeat 5 supervillains, and once the 5th supervillain comes out, I'll have 3 turns to defeat him, or we'll run out of time and lose the city to the supervillains. So I'll draw my starting hand size of 5, and we'll get started. So it looks like with my starting hand of cards, I can get up to 4 power, which is basically the money for recruiting additional cards, or fight for beating up villains. So since I start out off the board, I'm going to move into the Batcave location, and the Flash will come in with me. I'll use these 3 cards here to purchase Bat Cycle. On future turns, I can choose one, so I can either get move 2 or +2 power. And as you can see, it's cost us 3, so this will go into my discard pile. I'm going to go ahead and use this assist card. It's got a range of 0. I'm going to put that on the Flash, so I'll be able to use that on my next turn. Then I'll go ahead and end my turn, discarding my card in hand. Played cards will also go to the discard pile, and then I'll draw a hand size back up to 5, and we'll proceed to turn 2. So for the second turn, if we had villains in play, they would do their thing. We'll see that soon enough, I'm sure. We'll add the top card of the main deck to our lineup. And basically, since each lineup location has a card in it, we'll start from the area 1, adding our new card, which unfortunately is a villain already. So you can see on her turn, if we're in a spot with her or she's made it to her location, she's trying to go to location 2, so she's 1 move away. She'll attack us, making us discard a superpower. And once we defeat her by hitting her with 6 power, target player, which will be us, puts a superpower from their discard pile into their hand. On the plus side, currently, we don't have any superpowers, so Poison Ivy will go up here with Wonder Woman. And then we'll go to our turn and playing cards. So we've got up to 4 move that we can bank, and 3 power. And we're also forced to play this card. So it's going to be +1 power, and we can move 1 space. So from this card, we'll go ahead and move 1 space to here, spending our 4 power that we've obtained to purchase the vibration card. So this is gives us a move 3 if we play it on our turn, but in response to an attack, we can play it as a defense card from our hand. Discard this to avoid each attack this turn. For each attack you avoid, we'll get +1 power. So that'll go in our discard pile. And with our 4 move, we'll just move ourselves 2 over to the super suit in the hopes of getting 5 power next turn, and move the Flash 2 spaces over to Arkham Asylum. Put all our cards we played in our discard pile. And since we have no cards to draw from our deck, we'll take our discard pile and give that a shuffle, and then draw 5 cards from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting a hand of, we can get up to 4 power, and we have 2 move. So not exactly what we wanted. So we've got a villain over here. She wants to go to location 2, which is right next door. So she'll move 1 space to that location. Then take the top card from the main deck and put it in the location with the least amount of cards, which will be this empty spot over here. So we've got the Bat Plane. It's an assist with a range of 2, +3 power. Place your character on any space. We'll go ahead and play this card on ourselves to allow us to move 1 space. Move 2 to get back to the Batcave. Then with our 3 additional power and 1 left over, we'll buy a Bat Cycle and end our turn, drawing up to 5 cards. Since the villain is now at the location she wants to be, she's going to go ahead and attack me, so I have to discard a superpower. And oddly enough, I drew one, but instead of just discarding it, I'm going to play it for its defense. Discard to avoid each attack this turn for each attack you avoid. So I'll bank +1 power. So I use that power plus these two to purchase another bat cycle. Then I'll use my 4 move to go back over to the super suit in hopes of getting enough money next turn. Draw back up to 5, so I'll draw these 2 cards and then shuffle my discard pile and draw 3 cards from there. Getting a bat cycle, 3 punches, and a run. So the villain's going to go ahead and attack, forcing me to discard a superpower. Fortunately, I have none, so no effect there. Take the top card of the deck. Batman comes out, and see purchase him for 6. All locations have 1 card, so he'll come hang out with Wonder Woman. I'll use my bat cycle for 2 power, so I'll have 5 power, allowing me to purchase the super suit, which is another defense card. That will also give me move 2 and +2 power. And then I will move 2 spaces to get closer to Poison Ivy. And in my turn, drawing 5 cards. So I can see what I've got coming up. 3 punches, a helping hand, and a run. Start a turn. Poison Ivy attacks. No superpowers to discard. Draw the top card of the main deck. So we've got Wonder Woman's shield. It's going to call 6, and we have an empty space here. So we'll place it there. I'll play my run to bank 2 movement. I'll put my assist card on the Flash. Use 1 movement to come over to the police station. Spend 3 power to get a bat signal, which goes in my discard pile. Then use my remaining movement to go back where I'm at and in my turn. Drawing 4 cards, so I'll need to shuffle and draw another card. So my other card. So we can see what's going on here. Poison Ivy will attack. I'll defend, discarding to get +1 power for this turn. We'll draw the top card of the main deck. It's an assist with a range of 2. Put all starter cards from your discard pile into your hand and see it costs 5. So we've got 4 locations with 1. So we just go in numerical order. We're going to play these 2 to get some move going on. So we'll let the Flash move 3 spaces to get in our space. We'll let him assist us. Since it has a range of 0, he's in our space. We'll get +1 power, and we may move our characters 1 space. I'll choose not to. Just want the 1 power, so we can use both of these for the +2 power with 5 force. We'll purchase a flurry of fists. We have 1 move left over, so Superman will move over 1 space, and we'll end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. Getting a bat signal in our super suit. Poison Ivy attacks. We have no superpowers, so no effect. Take the top card of the deck. It's the Flash. And ironically, he's going to go over to his location. I'm going to take a look through our discard pile to see if we had any heroes. We don't. Go ahead and play run. We'll move over to this location. We're going to play all these cards, getting us +5 power. But we need to resolve our text first, so we don't have any heroes in our discard pile. So that won't do anything. But with that 5 power, we're able to purchase Wonder Woman. So she's got an assist with a range of 1 for +2 power. You may put an assist card from your discard pile on top of your deck. And with our last movement, we'll go back over here and hope for enough fight. Take care of Poison Ivy. Ending our turn. Drawing 5 cards. Oddly enough, we are getting the 6 power, so that's going to work for us. Poison Ivy attacks. No superpower, so no effect. We're going to place a jetpack into play. It'll go into our first location up there. Then we are going to play our 6 power to take out Poison Ivy. So as a reward, target player puts a superpower from their discard pile into their hand, and she'll be removed from play. So what kind of superpower do we have? We'll go ahead and take Vibration. That'll allow us to move 3 spaces. We'll mosey on over to Wonder Woman's shield and end our turn. No cards in our draw pile. We'll shuffle or discard. Drawing 5 cards. Getting 2 punches, a run, a vibration, and Wonder Woman. So no villains in play. So we'll just bring in the top card from the deck. Shields up, +2 power and a defense. That'll go in our new location. Unfortunately, we only have 4 power in our hand, but we've got plenty of move. So we'll try to set up our next turn. Let's see here. What do we have? I think I'd like to get Batman. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put our assist card on the Flash. We'll have the Flash run, well, tell you we won't. We'll use our move 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Have the Flash move 1 space. Then we'll use our 2 power to get a jetpack. And then end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. So we've got 2 bat cycles, Flurry of Fist, Run and Punch. Top card, the Power Battery. This is another good card. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you have revealed 2 different card types, then draw each revealed card. This will go up where Superman's waiting. So use 4 power from here. This will take us up to 5. Flash is within 1, so he'll play this one, which will get us 7 power. It also allows us to put an assist card from our discard pile on top of our deck. So we'll see if we have a good assist card. We don't. But we do have 7 power to purchase the Power Battery. Then, since the Flash doesn't have any assist cards on him, we'll put this on him for next turn. We'll end our turn, discard this from our hand, card to the discard pile, drawing 5. No villains in play. Now we've got a villain. He's coming in where we're standing. So on my next turn, if we're still in that spot with him, for an attack, we'll have to discard a random card. For reward, target player puts the highest cost card from their discard pile into their hand. So we'll go ahead and start with the Flash, giving us assisting, range 2, put all starter cards from our discard pile into our hand. So we've got punch, a run, another 2 punches, and another run. So that will give us 4 move if needed, and 3 power. And we'll go ahead and play our Super Suit and Bat Cycle, giving us another 4 power and 2 move to defeat the Joker. So he came in the wrong spot. So target player puts the highest cost card from their discard pile into their hand. Let's see, we've got a 5. So the Power Battery goes in our hand. So now we'll play it, reveal cards from the top of our deck until we have revealed 2 different card types, and then draw each revealed card. So we've got a starter card, and a basic card. So there's our 2 different card types. So we'll put these in our hand. And then I'll put the bat signal in play, giving us +1 power. Put a hero from your discard pile on top of your deck. So we'll put Wonder Woman on top of her deck there. So let me look through what I played to see how much move I've got stacked up. I've got 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 move there, so we can pretty much get anywhere on the board we want to. But there's 2 more move, so we've got 8 move powered up. I may move a character 1 space. I'll just go ahead and move Superman this direction. So I've gotten myself up to a total of 5 power. See what kind of cards I can get for that. So we'll back up and go 4 spaces this direction to buy another Bat Cycle. And we'll just move the Flash over to Arkham Asylum and end our turn. That was a pretty good combo to get a lot of cards out. We'll draw 1 card and then shuffle our discard pile for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got our hand there. No villains in play. So Zodiac Crystals will come into play over here with Batman. We can get up to 6 power, but we have 0 move. So we'll put this on the Flash since it's an assist. Use our 4 power to buy our last Bat Cycle and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play until now, so Count Vertigo comes in. Normal villain, he wants to get to area 4. He's going to come in over here right beside area 4. When he attacks, discard cards until we have discarded 2 power worth of cards. For reward, target player puts a starter from their discard pile into their hand. So we'll go ahead and use Helping Hand. Banking +1 power, target player may move their character 1 space. We'll have the Flash run 2 spaces. And then assist with Wonder Woman, giving him +2 power. And we can look through our discard pile for an assist card. None there. Then we'll play the Bat Cycle to get us up to 5 power. Defeating Count Vertigo, target player puts a starter from their discard pile into their hand. So just take a punch, put that into her hand. Put Flurry of Fists as an assist on the Flash. And end our turn, discarding cards in hand. Drawing up to 5. No villains in play, so drawing a card. Lois Lane is going to come over next to Superman in the bat plane. We'll go ahead and have the Flash assist, letting us put all our starter cards from our discard pile into our hand. So we've got a run, a Helping Hand, and 3 punches. So we'll go ahead and use those 3 punches to get Lois Lane. Then we'll play the Power Battery to reveal cards from the top of our deck until we've revealed 2 different card types. So starter, starter, and a super suit. So put those in her hand. I'd like to go ahead and buy the bat plane. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 power. So we purchase the bat plane. Then we'll go ahead and run from here over to this location. Play the bat signal for +1 power and put a hero from our discard pile on top of our deck. So we'll put Wonder Woman on top of her deck. Then up to 3 and 5 power to purchase Shields Up. And then we'll move the Flash over to City Hall. And that will end our turn. Drawing 5 cards, 4, and then reshuffling. So drawing another card. So that's what we've got to work with. No villains in play. So green arrow pops in between City Hall and the Bat Cave. So we'll go ahead and run over to see the green arrow. Use our Bat Cycle and Wonder Woman to get her 4 power. To buy him. Put our Flurry of Fists over on the Flash. And then end our turn. Drawing our 5 cards. Let's see what we've got. Once again, no villains. Blast will come in under Superman. So hopefully we can get built up by the time supervillains start showing up. So the Flash will use his Flurry of Fist. So we get all our starter cards, which will be just 1. Put that in our hand. We'll go ahead and run over to see Wonder Woman's shield. Put our assist on the Flash. Got 6 power with these 3 cards to purchase her shield. We'll end our turn. Drawing 5. Getting 4 punches in a super suit. No villains in play. So Flash's helmet arrives. Go ahead and use our super suit to move 2 spaces and bank 2 power. Then we'll play these to get up to 6. Purchasing the Flash and ending our turn. So drawing a new hand of cards, no villains. All right, so our first supervillain. So when supervillains come into play, they're going to attack. So destroy a basic card in your hand or discard pile. So I have no defense cards, but I do have a bat signal in hand. Let's see what we have in our discard pile. Bunch of bat cycles. I think I'll go ahead and destroy that card. So there's a separate destroyed card or pile. And he will be coming in right with us. Since the supervillain came into play, our threat level goes up. So now ongoing during step 4 of the turn sequence, if there are no supervillains in the lineup, add an additional card to the lineup. So let's see what we can possibly get up to. So we've got 1, 2, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we can beat him up this turn. So first we'll play the power battery, reveal cards from the top of the deck. We've got 2 different types. Starter, bat cycle, all right. Then we're going to use our bat signal, +1 power. Put a hero from your discard pile on top of your deck. There's a supervillain in the lineup, which there is. We put it into our hand instead. So let's see here. Couple good choices. We'll just put Wonder Woman in her hand and play her. Getting us up to 3 power. We can look for an assist card. So we'll find that and put that on top of our deck. So we're up to 3 power. We're trying to get to 8. So this gets us up to 6. 7 and 8. So Deathstroke is in and Deathstroke is out. I'm actually been forgetting my power. We're actually at 9 once during each of your turns, +1 power for each villain in your space. So I could have done it this way. Lois Lane doesn't need to get in the fight just yet. For the reward, target player gains a basic card from the destroyed pile and puts it into their hand. So we get our bat cycle back. And we are 1/5 of the way to victory. We'll go ahead and play run to have the flash move 2 spaces over to the police station. We still have 6 power to use. We'll go ahead and buy some constructs and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. Getting 4 there. And getting 1 more card. So there's our hand size. No villains in play, so we'll be adding 2 cards to the lineup. So we've got the cheetah coming in where we're at. And then Dr. Fate will also come in the same spot. Go ahead and play run so we can move the flash. We'll let him assist. Giving us +1 power. 2, 3. 4, 5. Since there's a villain in our space, we get +1. So we can go ahead and just defeat the cheetah before she becomes a menace. Then we'll go ahead and end her turn, just discarding cards. And I don't want to jinx myself, but this is going a little bit easier than my multiplayer game that I did last night. But there's still plenty of time for things to go wrong. So no supervillains in play. So we're getting 2 cards. Blue Beetle coming over here. And Jessica comes in down here. Play our power battery to reveal cards. You know, 2 different ones, so we'll add those to our hand. So we'll play our 2 bat cycles and run, giving us 6 move. Then we'll play the flash, giving us 6 power. We'll go ahead and use 2 move to get up here, purchase the Batman. Then we have 4 move left. We'll move over here to the police station with 3 more power, purchase a bat signal. Ending our turn, drawing our 5 cards. Next round, no villain, so 2 cards. Heat vision. So here's a card I'd like to get. +2 power. The target player may destroy a card in their discard pile. So this allows me to thin out the weaker cards in my deck. And the second card, Superman. Another great card to have. He's going to come in over here between City Hall and the Batcave. I'm going to go ahead and play Vibration to move 3 spaces. Then I'll spend 3 power to get Blast. Use the bat signal to put a hero from a discard pile on top of her deck. So many good options. I think we're going to go with Batman. And then end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play, so 2 cards are coming out. So this is going to end up in our space here. And then we get Sinestro. Gain a card with the cost 0 from the destroyed pile. Fortunately, we have no cards in our destroyed pile, so that has no effect on us. He's trying to get to location 1, so he's coming in 1 space away from that. So that is not good. We have to deal with him quickly. So we're going to go ahead and put Flurry of Fists on the flash. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play these for 4 power and purchase Blast. That allows us to do, it gives us +2 power, and we can pay X move, move target villain in your space X bases. So that can come in handy if we're trying to get one of these villains away from their destination. So we still have 1 power left over. We'll use a run for the flash to move over 2 spaces. And then we'll use this for us to move 2 spaces over to Sinestro's and gives us 2 more power, so we still have 3. So we'll go ahead and purchase Cyborg there. So we may put an equipment with cost 4 less from your discard pile into your hand. And end our turn. Drawing 4 cards. I'm sorry, 5. So this is what we've got. Villain's going to attack. There's no cards with the cost of 0 in our destroyed pile, so no effect. He's not going to move because we're keeping him occupied. we're going to go ahead and use our shield here, ongoing. So we'll put this out with our character card, and on a future turn, we can use it as a defense. Discard this from play, or discard a card with cost 1 or greater from your hand to avoid an attack. Since a flash is within 2 range of us, we'll put all our starter cards from our discard pile into our hand. And before I get too much further, as you may have noticed, when Sinestro came out, I forgot to move this track up. So I need to destroy the highest cost non-villain card in each lineup slot. So that 3 cost card I purchased over here, I did not actually purchase. I believe that was Cyborg, so he was destroyed. Superman will have been destroyed down here. We can choose between these. I'll let Flash Helmet be destroyed. Over here we have 2 5s. I like the defense, so we'll keep that in play. And the same thing up here, we have 2 5s. So we'll keep the heat vision in play. And ongoing, villains cost 1 more to defeat. Sorry about that. I think we retconned that all right, so it didn't affect anything. So back to my Flurry of Fists. These are all the starter cards in my discard pile. So we need 12 to defeat Sinestro. So we're looking at 1, 2, got some move, 3, 4, 5. So 5 power there so far. We'll go ahead and play this to draw 2 cards. So we've got 6 power. We're +1 because of our ability, so we've got 7. We need 5 more. So we'll play these 2 cards for 5 more. And Sinestro has been defeated. So each player destroys a card in their hand. So unfortunately, we'll be destroying a punch. And let's see what our movement situation looks like. All right, we've got 6 movement. We'll just move over here and end our turn. Shuffling our deck. So getting our hand size of 5. Go ahead and move Sinestro up here just so I can keep count of our supervillains defeated. So almost not too bad for our first hand. No supervillains in play, so we're drawing 2 cards. So the Eradicator will pop in between City Hall and the Batcave. And we've got the Bolt of Zeus up next to Arkham. So we're going to put Flurry of Fists on the Flash. We'll go ahead and have the Flash move 2 spaces. Then we'll end our turn just discarding these. Drawing 5 cards. See what we've got there. Still no supervillain, so 2 cards coming in. Well, actually, first he's going to move a space over to location 4. First card, Super Suit, coming in next to City Hall. And then a jetpack will be coming up here with us in our heat vision. So we'll go ahead and use this to draw starter cards from our discard pile. And then we'll use 3 punches, our blast, and bat signal to get us 6. Well, 1 more than we needed. So we still have 1 left. We'll use this to move 2 spaces. We'll play these additional 3 power, so we'll get up to a total of 4. Purchase the Bolt of Zeus. Then we'll use this to have the Flash run 2 spaces this direction. And end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. And while he's at his destination, destroy a non-villain card in your space. Now, only supervillains are the ones that damage locations, so we'll just go ahead and let that go through, destroying flight. Go ahead and use the power battery. Building a hero and a basic, so 2 different types of cards. We'll add those to our hand. Go ahead and use the bat plane, giving us 3 power, and place our character on any space. He'll fly down to City Hall and say hello to the Eradicator, using 4 more power, getting us up to 7, plus our 1 for our special ability, getting us 8 to take care of the Eradicator. Use our bat cycle for 2 move to come over to Jessica and use 4 power to purchase her and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No supervillain, so 2 cards coming out. Have a grappling hook. And a normal villain trying to get to space 5, so he's 1 space away from that. Not too terrible. We'll choose us for constructs and draw 2 cards. Getting a punch, a vibration. Go ahead and use run. Go over to a super suit. We'll use a super suit, giving us +2 move and +2 power. So 2, 3, 4, 5 power to buy ourselves another super suit. Then move 3, we'll have the Flash, 1, 2, 3, go over to the Bat Cave. Actually, we'll back him up 1 space. And then put the assist card on the Flash for our next turn. So, drawing 5 cards. In the Batman and the Flash, and a jetpack and 2 bat cycles. Feel like Superman likes working with Batman here. So, our villain's going to move 1 space to come over to the Bat Cave. The Black Manta has invaded Batman's privacy. No supervillains in play, so 2 cards are coming out. Lois Lane will pop out down here with Superman and Batman. And telepathy will go up here on the other side of the Batcave. The Flash use a helping hand, so target player may move their character 1 space, +1 power. So Superman will move over to the Batcave. So we need a total of 8 power, and we're sitting 1 for ourselves and 2 power over here. So 2, 4, 6, 8 power. We kick the Black Manta out of the Batcave. Go ahead and use our jetpack. Place your character on any space. You may place this card on your new space. If you do, +2 power. We're just going to use it for the jetpack. So Superman and his jetpack are going to fly over to see the Blue Beetle. And we'll end our turn. Drawing up to 5 cards. So 2 here. We'll shuffle. Getting 3 additional cards. See what we've got. So no villains in play, no movement, no super villains, so 2 cards are coming out. Dr. Polaris will jump over here between the Daily Planet and Arkham. And then super villain Lex Luthor will pop out on us over with Blue Beetle. So during his attack, we have to discard 2 assist cards, and he is trying to move to the Batcave. So, we are loaded up with assist cards. And no defense. I'm going to go ahead and use our defense here. Discard this from play, or discard a card with cost 1 or greater from your hand to avoid an attack. Let's see. We'll go ahead and discard our bat cycle for that ability to avoid the attack. Go ahead and put the bat plane on the Flash for next turn. We'll use this for +1 power and draw a card. Getting a punch. How much is Blue Beetle? He's 5. All right. So we'll play these. This is 4. Superman's power gets us up to 5. So we'll go ahead and buy the Blue Beetle out from underneath Lex Luthor. And end our turn, discarding our hand. Drawing 5 cards. And proceeding to the next round. So we've got Luthor locked down. He's going to attack us, forcing us to discard 2 assist cards. Fortunately, we don't have any in hand, so nothing happens. Once again, forgot to move this up. It's my common theme. I'm going to forget something. So all our villains cost 1 more to defeat. So now all villains and supervillains are going to be 2 higher than their printed cost. So we need 12 for Lex Luthor. So we're going to use our bat signal for +1 power. We'll go ahead and get Wonder Woman. Go ahead and play Wonder Woman, giving us another 2 power. Put an assist card from her discard pile on top of her deck. Play the bat cycle for move, so the Flash can move over and be within 2 spaces of us. To assist us, to give us +3 power. So that gets us up to 6, 7 attack. 8, 9, 10, 11, plus her 1 for being Superman, so that's 12. Let me double check my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I did the math wrong. But we can use this card, put it down in this place to give us a +2 attack, and that will give us enough to defeat Lex Luthor. So reward, target player puts an assist card from their discard pile into their hand. No assist cards, so we will just end our turn. Could have played that turn a little bit more efficiently. Oh well. Drawing 5 cards. These are what we've got. No supervillains in play. We do have a villain. So he's trying to get to location 4. And honestly, I don't think I moved him last time, so we'll just move him 2 spaces. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll say he was there last turn and he moves here this turn. I think I forgot last turn. No super villain in play, so we'll draw 2 cards. Dr. Fate goes up here. Then the Trident of Atlantis goes down with the Flash. We use Jessica to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. And I think we'll be getting rid of the run. Use the Bolt of Zeus to give us +1 attack and draw a card. This gives us +1 power. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry, can't see those on screen. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got enough to defeat Dr. Polaris. Target player puts an equipment from their discard pile into their hand. We'll make that the bat plane, and give that to the Flash, and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play, no super villain, so 2 cards. Giganta will come out and say hello to Lois Lane over here. And Simon will come up between Arkham and the Batcave. So Giganta is trying to get to the Batcave, so just 1 move away. Play our power battery to start looking at cards. 2 different types, we'll draw those. Use this to move 3. Put Flurry of Fist on the Flash. Whoops. Nope. Got a bat plane. Can't do that yet. In that case, we'll play this for +1 power. Target player may move their character 1 space. We'll go over here. We'll play this, giving us 4 power. 5 because of our special ability, and 6, 7 to defeat Giganta. Now we can put Flurry of Fist on the Flash. Play this for 2 power. Target player may destroy a card in their discard pile. Let's see here. Everything's too awesome, not destroying anything. And we'll use our move 2 to have the flash come over here to see what's going on and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play, so 2 cards will come out. Sonic Cannon. We'll come in over here with the jetpack. And the Trident will come in over here with us and Lois Lane. Play our 2 bat cycles for their movement. And we'll play the flash to give us 4 power. So we'll go ahead and take the Trident. Then we'll play Batman and Punch to get Lois Lane and end our turn. And since we have to play this, find all our starter cards. Put our assist on the flash. Let's see here. So I got 4 power. We'll just use this movement to have these both go over here and purchase a Trident. To end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play. Super Breath comes in next to City Hall. And a normal villain will come in where we're standing. And he's trying to get to location 2, which is the Daily Planet. So we'll go ahead and play Constructs to draw 2 cards. Shuffling our deck, or discard pile. So 2 cards. Get in a Bat Cycle and a Punch. So we'll go ahead and use our Helping Hand for +1 power. Superman's ability gets us up to 2. We need 7, so up to 4, 5, 6, and 7 power to defeat Psycho Pirate. Then we'll use this for some move to come over here to the police station and use 3 power to get a bat signal. And end our turn, drawing 5 cards. Once again, no villains or super villains in play, so 2 cards. Holographic Computing comes down here with the flash. And Simon will pop up over here next to City Hall. So play the Super Suit for 2 movement. I'll then use that location's ability, discard a card, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it. So I'll discard the Trident. And I'll go ahead and discard that card. Then I'll put Flurry of Fist up on the flash. Then I'll use the bat signal to look for a hero and put it on top of my deck. So we'll put Green Arrow on top of our deck and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains or super villains, so 2 cards coming out. Super Strength will come out up here, and Speed Force over in this direction. So we'll use our Flurry of Fist to get all our starter cards in our discard pile, getting us these 4 cards. Well, all these cards, no movement. All right, so Helping Hand on herself, +1 power, and we can move 1 space. So we'll move over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power to get us Super Strength. Then we have 6 more power left. So we might as well get Dr. Fate and end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. we're probably going to get some supervillains coming out next to each other. Here comes one. So I'll take the track up this time, remembering. So attack, pass a card from your hand to the discard pile of the player on your left. So basically for a solo game, we'll have to take a card from our hand and just put it in our discard pile. He's trying to get to area 5, which is over here, but he's coming in with us. I'm going to go ahead and risk it. I'll discard this card from play to avoid this attack. And then the second card coming out, Black Canary, is also going to come out in the same location. Then I'm going to use Jessica Cruz to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So we've got, let's see, we don't need so much move right now, so we'll discard that. We'll use a bat signal to go looking through our discard pile for a hero. Since there's a supervillain in play, we'll put it into our hand instead. And we are going to go get Green Arrow. Then we're going to start our attack on Despero. We need an 11. We have a 1 because of our power. This gets us up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11. So we will defeat Despero. Target player puts a card with cost 5 or less from their discard pile into their hand. So we'll just find something that's going to give us +2 power. We'll get this. Putting that in our hand. We'll put Green Arrow that we got earlier over on the flash. Then we'll use this 2 power to purchase a jetpack. And as far as movement, we have 2 movement from this card, so we have the flash move that direction, and we will end our turn. Drawing 5 cards. No villains in play, so 2 cards are coming out. Hard Water Bubble goes up here. And Super Breath. So Green Arrow is going to assist us from the flash. We're within 4, so we've got +2 power. We'll move Wonder Woman over to the flash. Play this for 4 move. Move Superman this direction. Then we'll have 6 power to get the Speed Force. Then we'll end our turn, drawing 5 cards. No villains or super villains in play. All right, so we're going to be attacked and gain a weakness. And we're going to move this up to the 5th. It's going to go on turn 1. So now we have 3 turns to defeat General Zod. See if we can defend the weakness. Nope. So we'll take a weakness and put that in our discard pile. He is going to show up in our location. Then the second card is going to be a Bat Computer coming up in this location. And General Zod is trying to get to the police station right next door. So we need 13 to defeat him. First thing we're going to do is our power battery to reveal cards from the top of our deck until we get 2 different card types. So Superpower Starter, done. I'll play this for +1 power and draw a card. Getting the flash. So we're going to play our run and bat cycles, all for moves. So that's 6 movement. So we play the flash to get us 6 power. So we're looking at 7 power here, 8 because of our special ability, 9, 10, 11. And then with the assist from the flash, we get up to 13. And that is enough to defeat General Zod, getting us our win condition of 5 supervillains defeated. So with that completed, We'll check the scenario. When you beat scenario 1, gain your character's signature card number 1. So Superman is going to become the Big Blue Boy Scout. So we will replace one of his starting punch cards in his deck with this one. So we have +1 power. Each time you defeat a villain this turn, you may gain a card with a cost 4 or less from your space. If you're continuing with the campaign, you can see they have their log sheet here. You can see I'm playing as Superman. I've obtained my signature card, first one. None of our locations had any damage, and scenario 1 was completed with the first attempt. So as we continue with scenarios, we'll keep track of our future cards, any damage on locations, how many attempts are needed for succeeding, and if we're able to complete any of our side missions. And for final victory, we can add up our points and compare from different people or different characters playing the game. And that is the basics on how to play solo game or multiplayer game of the DC deck building game Rebirth. The only thing we haven't done, no card has told us to take a look at the secret card, so we'll go ahead and do that. Well, that's odd. So we've got a power outage here. And man, is it dark. Oh well, probably for the best. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.